Have you ever noticed that being a human being, right? Being a basic human being, you really don't do much. You just work and you live life the way it was programmed for you to live, right? Then you got some people down here, some humans down here that actually questions everything. They are deep thinkers. They are people that actually look at every footstep that they make. And it's amazing how you got some beings that just live and some beings that research on where they live and how they're living. When you think of the human brain, the brain is basically a machine that was created, and that was created in the way we think, the way we maneuver in this dimension. You got some people that uses their brains to the max, and some people that rarely even ever use their brain. But if the brain was a tool, if the brain was a machine that keep this body intact, then how come you got some people, some beings down here that is extremely smart? And I don't mean in the physical, that is extremely smart in the spiritual sense. And some people that can't even grasp what that spiritual sense is. And let me tell you why that is. Because even though we were all made to be human, we were all made to be the core essence of who we are. And that is basically to be slaves and workers and to be deaf and dumb. But you got some beings that is disguised in this human body that is not who you think they is. Because just because we are all in the human flesh, it doesn't mean that we are all who we really supposed to be. That's why when they talk about aliens, I laugh. Because you don't know who is sitting next to you right now. You don't know what that person is disguising to be. Just because I am Ajita and you see me as a human, who I'm really is, it might not be what you think. Who your own mother is it might not be who you think. Just because we are all disguised in the human body does not mean that we are all the same people. This is why they're trying to program us and tell us, oh, we are all one and the same. We are the same. No, the fuck we not. I don't know who you are. Just because you're in the human flesh, it doesn't mean that you come from where I come from. You don't speak the same language that I speak. Just because we are both living in a human body. This is why when they talk about aliens, I'm like, we are all aliens. We came from different dimensions, different galaxies, different universes. And we are all in this one little bubble together getting tested on. You could be sitting next to a celestial being. You could be sitting next to an ancient being. You could be sitting next to a fucking demon. You could be sitting next to a god. You don't know who you're sitting next to. The only thing you know is that at this table, we are all human. In a human body, in a human flesh. And you don't know who that person is. But all you know is that we are all human beings. And they try to program us and tell us that we are one and the same. Because if we believe that we are all one and the same, if something comes into this universe, we're going to think it's an alien. When technically, we are all aliens because all of us does not come from the same place. We are all just disguised in this human body being experimented on because they want to know how powerful and how weak we are. See, if I am a celestial being, right, and this person right here is really a demon, they are experimenting on us and watching us to see how we can entwine the both together to make one big being. Understand what I'm saying? This is the whole purpose of why they testing on us and why they are experimenting on us. You got archangels. You have archangels. Everybody keeps thinking that Archangel Michael is going to come out the sky. You know how many archangels is down here on this planet right now that is disguised in the human body? You know how many gods that is disguised in the human body? You know how many celestial beings is disguised in the human body right now? You got many powerful beings that is in the human body right now. This is why they are so smart. They are so, because even though we are all in the human body, you can't not really fuck with a celestial being. No matter what you put them in, who they are is going to shine through. You can't fuck with an archangel, because no matter what body you put them in, it is going to shine through. This is why you got some beings down here that can take a little sand and make a whole being out of it, because that's who they are. And no matter what body you put them in, no matter what controlled body you put them in, who they is eventually going to shine through, because that spirit in them is going to shine through. So this is why I don't believe in aliens, because we are all aliens. If you go to another country or to another nation, you are basically an alien to that nation, because you don't know nothing about that nation. You don't know nothing about that country. You don't know the culture. You don't know the history. So you was an alien to that nation. You are an American that's coming into a whole new nation of people. That means you got to learn everything about that nation, because you are an alien to it. Right? You ain't the same like them. You have a whole different custom, a whole different way. Now you got to learn their ways. And what if you learn their ways and you don't like it? What you going to do? You're going to go back to where you come from? What if you can't go back? And you are now in a dimension, you are now in a nation with people that you don't even like their ways. So that makes you different. So what are you going to do? You're going to learn it so you can become like them and just be in it? Or you're going to be different your whole entire life to which they're going to kill you? So this is how it is living here. A lot of us is realizing that we are different. We are not from here. This is not where we belong. So what are we going to do? Is we going to learn how to be a human and live under this? Or are we just going to continue to be different? And eventually, something's going to happen. So when it comes down to aliens, I don't believe in aliens, because we all are aliens. Because we come from different places, different times and space. We are not the same. And stop believing that shit. I hate when people say, no, we are all one and the same. We are all one and the same consciousness. No, the fuck we not. I don't think like you. You don't think like me. That's because we human don't mean shit. You got people down here that is beyond majestic. And you got some people that just built from sand. So this is why I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe in aliens. I don't believe that we are one and the same. We could be one in the same human body. You know what I'm saying? We are in a human body, but I don't believe that we are all under the same conscious. I don't believe that we are all, I don't believe that. We are, listen, you would be surprised how many beings is in this dome. You'd be surprised. It probably be more beings under this dome. I believe, honestly, that living under this dome, we have many different beings and species that is in this dome that come from millennials away. They could have came from a time and space that we can't even comprehend where they come from. You got a lot of ancient beings that is living on this planet. But they try to get us to think like Jesus Christ. They get us to think on that timeline and move forward. But what was going on before Jesus even stepped foot on this planet? Because Jesus only been here a little over 2,000 years ago. That's not a long time. So how was life before he got here? How was the way people were thinking, what they were doing before he got here? How was it? Because remember, Jesus Christ is only a little bit over 2,000 years old. And to what we are noticing, the human brain was discovered over 300,000 years ago. So when Jesus Christ was here, he had the same brain you had. People don't think about shit like that.